Hello, my name's Quincy, and I want to welcome you to the inaugural PQ Simulacra Show. I'm Quincy, your host. Our forefathers fought long and hard against British occupiers to free this great land of ours. Now we have the freedom of speech, religion, assembly, ghost hunting, you name it.
What is the paranormal? Well, it could be anything from ghosts to UFOs to Bigfoot to anything. As you know, there's been a lot of paranormal shows on television lately, including Ghost Hunters, A Haunted, Amazing Stories, In Search Of, the list goes on and on. But what I want to talk about specifically today is paranormal investigation. One thing that I've always wondered is why people do it. Why do I do it? Do you know why you do it? Who knows? First thing I'd like to do is explain the name of our show, PQ Simulacra. What does PQ stand for? PQ stands for PhenomQuest. Can you say PhenomQuest? Good, I knew you could. That's right, it's not PhenomQuest, it's PhenomQuest. What's a simulacra? Simulacra is a Latin word, and it basically means when you see things with the human eye, your brain will try to organize it into shapes that you recognize. A lot of people ask me about equipment for ghost hunting. What can I say about equipment? Some people need it, some people don't. If you're in tune with your inner self and the elements around you, you won't need any equipment. What equipment is good for is recording and documenting evidence that you come across. It doesn't matter how expensive your equipment is. You can have a cheap throwaway $5 disposable camera or a really expensive $5,000 video camera. It just doesn't matter. One thing some paranormal investigators don't exhibit on an investigation is patience. You're not going to find anything that a family is experiencing over years when you're only there for 4 or 6 hours. You need to hang out 24, 48, 72 hours, come back 2 or 3 times a month, a year, whatever it takes. Patience, patience, patience. As you can tell, I'm now on location in a graveyard. Why do ghost hunters go to graveyards? Is that the only place ghosts are? I don't think so. Ghosts are all around us. They can be in your house, in your bedroom, in your car, even in your closet. But why do we all come to graveyards? Well, it's a simple fact. There's a lot of dead people here. So it increases your chances of finding the paranormal. Anyone got a light? You know, you should never smoke when you're doing an investigation. The smoke can give you false ectoplasms. Much like that. Some psychotropic drugs will make you see things. Tracers, bright lights, pretty colors. And these can interfere with your investigation. It's always good to never do drugs on an investigation. A lot of paranormal groups will put a religious spin on things. I can't say if it's good or bad, but all I know is those types look for answers that are black and white. As we all know, there's no such thing as black and white unless you're talking Crayola crayons. Everything should be related in shades of dark and light. Once you have dark and light, you can have a multitude of shades. Do I have your attention? Good. I'd like to talk about an important aspect of paranormal investigation called EVPs. What are EVPs?
E stands for electronic. Things you plug into the wall that are worked on by electrons. This is electronic. P, phenomenon. Something above the normal. V, voice. Things you hear. Things you hear people say. My voice. So, put them all together and you got EPV. We don't want EPVs. We want EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. When you're trying to record or capture EVPs, you never want to whisper. Always talk in a normal voice. Because when you whisper, you might mistake it for an EVP. And this is something you never want to do. When you're reviewing your EVPs, you'll know right away when you have one because it'll sound like someone's whispering right at the mic. You won't have to use any sound-enhancing software or programs such as Audacity. Sometimes you go camping out in the wilderness, you'll notice things like strange sounds, weird noises. These might be attributed to spiritual energies such as elementals. Do you see an elemental behind me? If you don't, then you're not tuned in. Hello, I'm Quincy, and I want to thank you for joining me on the PQ Simulacra Show. Tune in next time and we'll talk more about the paranormal. And I hope it won't be another national holiday till I see you again. Bye. Think it needs the light? As you can see, I'm now at a haunted location. A lot of ghost hunters go to haunted locations such as spooky old houses, abandoned buildings, haunted ships, even whole towns. Why do we come here? Why do we come to graveyards?
It's like you should...
A lot of groups overlook one important fact. You should always do psychotropic drugs on an investigation. Not only do they lower your inhibitions and remove the stress from the workday, but they'll help you tune in to the paranormal energy around you. Because we all know paranormal energy is all around us. A lot of paranormal groups will put religion la 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 Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. Coo, Daddy-o, coo. Hello, my name's Quincy, and I want to invite you to join me for our inaugural... Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, I'm Quincy, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully not the next 4th of July. Thanks for joining us. Now go out and blow your fingers off. I'm Quincy. I want to thank you for joining me on this 4th of July, listening to me rant and rave instead of celebrating our nation's great birthday. We'll see you next time. Same channel, same internet. Now go off and blow your fingers off. I want to thank you for joining me today on the PQ Simulacra Show. I was your host, Quincy.